topic electrostatics part 4, that is Coulomb's law. Already I wrote the statement. The statement is the force of attraction or repulsion between two stationary charges is directly proportional to the product of two charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Okay, so look at this figure. We have two charges Q1 and Q2 which are separated by a distance r. Okay, I told you already, if any two charges are present at some distance, there must be some force of attraction or repulsion between them. Correct or not? It depends on the nature of the charges. Look at here, if Q1 is positive, Q2 also positive, positive means repel each other. Okay, suppose if Q1 is positive, Q2 is negative, there must be force of attraction will be there. So that is nothing but Coulomb's law. Okay, so whatever the force here developed, and that force directly proportional to the product of two charges and inversely proportional to square of the distance between them. That means if distance of separation increases, the force of attraction will decreases. Okay, if you combine these two formulas, we can write it as F is proportional to Q1 Q2 by R square. Now I am going to remove this proportionality constant. So for that we can write it as F is equal to K Q1 Q2 by R square. Okay, where K is nothing but constant. So F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught into Q1 Q2 by R square. So this is the Coulombic force. Okay, so after that I am going to find out the K value as well as epsilon naught value. Okay, so let us see. I am just taking K left side. So from this K is equal to FR square by Q1 Q2. Okay, so SI unit of force is Newton, SI unit of distance is meter square divided by SI unit of charge is Coulomb into another charge means Coulomb. So SI unit of K is Newton meter square by Coulomb square, that is equal to, actually this K having a constant value, that is 9 into 10 power 9 Newton meter square. If you bring this C square into numerator, that is C power minus 2. So this is the K value. Okay, now next I am going to calculate epsilon naught SI unit as well as value. Okay, so from this equation, if you bring this epsilon left side, so epsilon naught is equal to 1 by 4 pi F Q1 Q2 by R square. Okay, so actually here 4 pi is constant, there is no SI units. So epsilon naught is equal to 1 by force having SI unit, that is Newton, SI unit of charge is Coulomb, again charge means Coulomb divided by meter square. So epsilon naught is equal to C square divided by Newton meter square. This epsilon naught having a constant value, that is approximately 8.85 into 10 power minus 12 C square, and bring this Newton numerator, then n power minus 1. If you bring this meter square into numerator, m power minus 2. Okay, so here epsilon naught is called permittivity of free space. Permittivity of free space. Okay, thank you. I hope you understand.